Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. I hope you guys are all enjoying them because I'm trying to hit 50,000 subscribers by the end of the year, and I would really appreciate it if you guys could also press the like button and subscribe, and also maybe give some feedback down below as to how you like the videos. I'm trying to make them better all the time, guys, but I really need some of your feedback to do that. Today, though, a lot of important things have happened, and definitely the most important highlight of today is the Bitcoin Cash halving. The Bitcoin Cash halving just went through, and I think it went through about 4 hours ago to be exact. I think it was 12:19 in the Netherlands and 10:19 UTC. Bitcoin Cash, one of Bitcoin's forks, and the fourth largest crypto by market cap, has just undergone its first halving at block 630,000. The event, which occurred at 10:19 UTC on Wednesday, will see the amount of Bitcoin Cash produced with each new transaction block being reduced from 12.5 to 6.25 Bitcoin Cash. And we can actually check the event out here, I believe. We can check the blocks. So yeah, it's going to be a little bit of a little bit of a long time before we're going to get to another drop, but this one just occurred a slight while ago. You can see total blocks 631,000 or 630,001. So we just passed it. We just passed it, which is really kind of crazy if you ask me. But now, what are of course the things that happened after this? Well, we all expected the price of Bitcoin Cash to kind of go down, Bitcoin SV and Bitcoin to go up, because of course miners were switching over from Bitcoin Cash to Bitcoin SV and Bitcoin. But surprisingly, Bitcoin Cash is actually doing quite good still, which is again another representation of Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin and whatever, showing they don't give a shit about your opinion and they will do whatever they want themselves. And really, I don't think this is ever to be predicted. Bitcoin Cash miners generated $13.34 million in March from block subsidies alone and less than $4,200 from fees. If the price of Bitcoin Cash remains at the same level as they did in March, miners would only generate $6.7 million from subsidies, as the subsidy gets cut in half according to the block's research, which again would definitely hurt the I guess the whole project, as that would mean a lot less people happy and a lot of people will switch over and the network will be a lot less secure. That's the first thing I always think about. But also, I think this has shown us that this whole ordeal is, on the one hand, really representative of what Bitcoin would do. On the other hand, completely irrelevant and not representative. Because on the one end, we we know that Bitcoin Cash is halving and Bitcoin's is halving are not that related, because with Bitcoin Cash there's some really good alternatives like Bitcoin, period, and with Bitcoin, the Bitcoin Cash alternative is like a downgrade, so it's not a really good one, right? Because for Bitcoin the rewards are still high, so you can't mine Bitcoin Cash. Well, you just go to Bitcoin. But once Bitcoin goes to the halving, Bitcoin Cash is low as well, so you're just gonna downgrade then at that point. Second of all, why it is kind of representative is because Bitcoin Cash has shown us again that they don't give a crap, as I just said, and thus it might be what Bitcoin is going to do as well. Nobody knows. Nestle to use IBM's as blockchain for traceability of Zuegas coffee brand. We're seeing a lot of this traceability supply chain type of deals going on right now. Most of them are VeChain, but some of them are also the Ripple partner slash Stellar partner, IBM, that's doing a lot for it. Swiss food major Nestle is extending the use of the IBM blockchain to apply blockchain tech to track Zoegas coffee brand, to provide coffee lovers greater transparency on product checks and origins. And I often like to resemble this whole ordeal slash project with what VeChain is doing, because that's basically what they are. But it's very, very good. It's just supply chain and basically traceability. I think everybody gets it straight off the bat, and it's just good to see how all of this is moving along, and we're getting more of this in the world. I think it's always a good thing, and blockchain being used on a global scale, how Nestle is doing it here, is also, I think, really amazing. Completely other side though, because right here we're talking about some facts, some integrations. want to talk about a little bit of a speculational piece, which we talked about yesterday as well. Victoria here posted XRP insider info. There will be a massive acquisition between Bank of America and Ripple in the summer. This comes directly from several insider sources in both companies. Community, TikTok, and I find this very rude in my personal opinion. I find this very, very rude. So I talked about this in one of the videos I did yesterday. Actually, I talked about it in two of my videos yesterday. One brief mention and one more elaborate mention. But I always think you should tell people this with a lot of caution. And the way she's doing it here is saying this comes directly from several insider sources, which is just a plain old attention grab. This is really foul play, I believe. Because what she's doing here is really hyping people up, making it act as if it's a fact that this is going to be happening, while it's just the biggest piece of speculation there is. Nobody is certain about this. We don't know who the insiders are. And as of this point, it's looking to be just one insider. Nobody really knows what party they came from either. And I see multiple people saying confirmed or saying this is just facts or true, or they know this as well, or they expect it to happen. And you shouldn't. You shouldn't expect it to happen. You should kind of hope for it to possibly occur. Right? And I'll repeat that again. You should hope for it to possibly occur. But then again, nobody knows the intensity of this partnership as well. Hades yesterday said that there's going to be an acquisition from Bank of America on Ripple. So they're going to be fully grabbing it in. They're going to be buying Ripple all the way. And then some guys in the comments, which we went over yesterday, are saying, well, most likely that's not going to happen because Ripple won't allow it. And most likely, if they ever get an IPO out, Bank of America will just buy a piece. And my opinion on the whole fact is we really are not going to know any of this until things really hit the fan. Because is Bank of America actually allowed to buy such a thing? We don't know. Maybe there's rules against that prevent the Bank of America to buy into such an area. Also, maybe Ripple does not want to be bought in total by such a company. Maybe they don't want to be totally like gone, if you guys get me, like the 51% or more buy by another company. Maybe they won't allow that, and more types of that I'm sometimes thinking about. And how could an insider know and tell this type of stuff? Like, you got to need one hell of a whistleblower to tell such a big rumor. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the world, but I've seen at least, I want to say 5,000 people in my life now say they know something and they didn't. They say they know, they claim to know it all, and they didn't. I mean, if you've ever invested anywhere, you know that there will be somebody telling you to do it or not do it based on what they know, right? And 9 out of 10 times they're still wrong. This attitude, even though I don't want to, mess up Victoria here as a person too much, I think it's just plain old ignorant and you're hurting people. I think it's a very foul thing to do. And XRP Dave here is correct because, either state the insider somewhere, which of course is not a possibility, or say, hey, this is just possibly some that might be going on, and just warn people that 99% sure this won't happen. And if it does, it will be amazing. It will be very, really cool. But the chance is so small that you shouldn't just count it to occur. You should just kind of hope for it in the back. You guys get me. Bitcoin Cash faces a crisis. We went over this yesterday in quite some detail. Bitcoin establishing Elliott formation inside ascending wedge. The Bitcoin price looks to be moving in a 5-wave Elliott formation inside an ascending wedge. There is support at $6,700 and $5,800 for Bitcoin, and the price has created a short-term triple top combined with bearish divergence. That's a little bit of an update on Bitcoin for you. Do with it as you please, right? Do you guys care about Elliott formations? Well, a lot of traders I know, they don't care, but one of the other guys I know, he thinks this is how the world moves, and thus I'm like, let me just quickly show it to you guys as well. More and more articles are popping up like this, aren't they? Ripple partnership discussed by Bank of America executive. And again, we're seeing here the controversy, because this here states that it comes from a Bank of America executive, while some other places I've seen say it comes from a Ripple insider. Ripple praised for its potential to integrate with bank services. Statement adds to RippleNet rumors. In an interview discussing emerging digital payments technology, a lead executive at Bank of America praised Ripple as a partner. And again, we're saying something different here. Are Bank of America and Ripple going to get a partnership in the future? Most likely. They're just really, really in good odds there. Is Ripple going to be fully bought by Bank of America? I think not. She noted, though, that Ripple's passage of the bank's compliance processes and praises its ability to deliver quality services. And since Ripple praised or is praised for its potential to integrate with bank services, it might be going on. Harris stated, which is Julie Harris, the head of global banking, it's not about our platform or capabilities. It's about you as a client and the infrastructure you have and the ability for us to integrate, whether that's with platforms and capabilities that we built or partnerships that we have with the likes of Ripple or Swift. These are fintechs that we're partnering with. They've come through all of our rigor of legal and compliance, and we're able to leverage our banking as a platform to deliver that to you. And again, what I fully read from this and fetch is that they're going to be partnered up and they're not going to be buying them at all. The key rumor that goes around here is that Bank of America will start to use RippleNet, but that's not what all the insider guys seem to say. And thus, it's worthy, I guess. This article is a little bit of a bait because it kind of makes it look like it comes from insider info. Or maybe the other things are kind of a bait using this as insider info. Because basically what is fact is that they've mentioned Ripple's a good partner. What is fact is that we know there's a chance for a partnership. You know, like there are connections, they're showing interest. So it's, I think, a fact that, that those things are lined up and there's possibilities for it in the future. It's not like they've denied it will ever happen. I think it's just a fiction or a rumor that Bank of America will ever buy them. And I think it's also a rumor that anybody got some inside information because as of yet, this is just playing out into the open for anybody. You can just check the whole transcript somewhere as well, the whole podcast on bofamil.com. But leaving that all on the side for all people to wonder themselves, Ripple co-founder unlocks 63.7 million XRP from settlement wallet. Former Ripple founder's massive XRP transfer, crypto's best-known whale? Well, guess who's at it again, moving the latest part of his Ripple settlement. Co-founder Jeff McCaleb just transferred $13 million to his personal wallet. XRP holders brace for the possible incoming dump. You guys know how I talk about this all the time. We all know Jeff McCaleb doesn't dump in big portions because he's not allowed to. He dumps in smaller portions of the daily volume, and thus, there's not that much to worry about in that sense. You're kind of making your head filled with stuff, even though it's not needed. He's been doing this for years right now, and I mean, it's some pressure, yes, but it is not going to be changing anything right at this point here, so don't worry too much about that one. New CLO appointed for Kraken exchange. So Kraken, one of the big exchanges out there, the United States-based crypto platform has just recently appointed Marco Santori as the company's new chief legal officer. This comes from an announcement published earlier this week on the 6th of April, and thus we might be seeing some changes hop into Kraken as well in terms of their I guess, maybe money laundering department or the other one, the KYC department. Since they got a new head of the legal department, maybe they're going to be doing some new cool stuff. And maybe things are going to be working out for the better or for the worst relatively soon here. We'll see, and I'm kind of interested in what is to come. And then last but not least, which watch would you pick, which is the question of today. Just open it up for fun. I don't know. I think most people don't tune into the end of these videos, and actually just by accident, I was just browsing around, not for any good reason, but I was just wondering which one would you pick if you could pick one. Not looking at the price at all, just for the looks, right? Or maybe even if you were to pick another one, let's say from here, if I can. Which type of thing would you go for? Just not talk about price at all. Even if it was a $10 watch that looked like it, what type of model would you guys go for? Just kind of interested. I was just checking it out. I actually just opened it for the video, if I'm completely honest. But still, I think it's fun. Some cool things are coming up, guys. Got a couple of cool video ideas as well for the future. But if you've watched this far into the video, make sure you let me know in the comment section down below. A lot of cool stuff is happening. I will most likely be uploading more videos as we go on here. And I think I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Don't forget to support the channel by subscribing. 50K end of the year goal. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody, and have a very, very nice day.